The first step in using Quiet is either to make use of a pre-existing prompt or to create a new prompt from scratch. These will be the prompts that your students will see when they actually log into the student environment and begin to write their essay. To either make use of an existing prompt or to create a new prompt, hover over the Prompt tab near the top of your screen. First, I want to demonstrate how you can search for and edit a pre-existing prompt. By clicking on the Search Edit feature, I receive a very simple text box that allows me to search for the pre-existing prompts that are already in the system. By leaving this field blank and clicking the Search button, I see a list of all the prompts that are currently available to me. As I scroll down this list, you'll notice that on the right-hand side there are two columns, either View or Edit. For all the prompts that are preloaded in the system, I can view and make use of those prompts. So for example, the very first prompt that you see here, a change from our youth, I have a view link. I did not create this prompt, but I am allowed to use it. You'll notice that farther down this list, there's another prompt titled Example. For this prompt, I have the View option, or I have an Edit option. Because I am the one who created this prompt, I can edit it at any time. One of the unique things about Quiet is that it facilitates some collaboration among educators. So when an individual teacher logs into the system, not only do you have access to the prompts that you created yourself, you also have access to all of the prompts created by colleagues in your same building. This facilitates some streamlining of effort. So for example, if all of the 8th grade teachers want to give a common writing task, if they want to use the very same prompt, each individual teacher does not have to create that prompt. The prompt has to be created by one teacher and then can be shared by others. So again, once a prompt is in the system, it's there for good. So if you create a prompt this year and you use it with students, and you want to use that same prompt next school year with students, it will still be there and accessible for you to use. Again, hopefully this streamlines the process of creating prompts and having those available for teachers to be able to use. In addition, let's assume that I wanted to create a prompt from scratch. If I hover over that Prompt tab near the top of the screen again, you'll notice that my other option is Create. And if I click here, I can create a prompt. And you'll notice that when I do this, the first thing that I see is an example prompt. And the prompt format here follows the prompt format of the Kansas Writing Assessment. To begin creating a prompt, the first thing that I need to do is to identify a prompt type. And when I open this pull-down menu, you will see that I have three basic choices. The prompt can be narrative, it could be expository, informative, or explanatory, or the prompt could be persuasive, opinion, or argumentation. And you may notice here that we are transitioning our terminology just a little bit from the narrative, expository, persuasive, and technical terms that we used in the 2004 Kansas Writing Standards to the new modes of writing that are used in the Kansas Common Core Standards. So to create my own prompt, I simply identify the prompt type, the mode that it addresses. And then also, I select a default rubric that I want to begin from. And this is done primarily just to provide an anchor for this prompt so that we know what to associate it with in the future. So for example, if I'm creating a narrative prompt, I may want to start with the generic state narrative rubric that we have. From there, I simply create a prompt title, and then in the boxes below, I create a writing situation and directions for writing. The writing situation offers kind of the broad context that the student is being asked to write within, the background information, if you will. And the directions for writing offer the very specifics of what it is that student needs to do to satisfy the parameters of the assignment. Again, because we're in the educator environment here, if I already have a prompt that I've written in a Microsoft Word document, I can very simply copy and paste that information into these text boxes and then click the Create a Prompt button and be done. A very simple and easy way to create a prompt or to make use of the prompts that are already in the system itself. This has been just a quick overview of the prompt creation functionality within the Quiet system. Once the prompt is created, then we can continue on with the tabs that you see at the top of the screen to create the rest of the writing assignment for students.